Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about NXT. So, this is the NXT review on the Ryan Awesome Show for February 24th, 2021. Now, overall, man, this wasn't this good. This show was not good. You know, it's just like it felt like nothing happened on the show. Nothing. It felt like it wasn't even interesting. It wasn't. The only thing that was interesting about NXT was the Adam Cole stuff, the Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly stuff in the Undisputed Era. That's the only thing I cared about. And the Santos Escobar and Karrion Kross feud. I didn't care about that either, but that's another thing that happened on the show. But yeah, this wasn't a good show. And so yeah, this is the NXT review on the Ryan Awesome Show for February 24th, 2021. And if you're new here, or if you haven't done this already, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out here each and every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And we started off the show with a match. So it was Dexter Lumis versus Johnny Gargano, who is the NXT North American Champion, with Zoey in his corner. That's Candice LeRae, Indi Hartwell, and Austin Theory. And so, yeah, with this match, I didn't understand why this match even happened. I would have saved this match for a takeover, but they decided to put the match on the show. But it was a good match and everything, but I would have never booked this match on the show tonight or on Wednesday. And so yeah, we had an uppercut to Gargano off the top rope. So Gargano, he was going for a top rope move, and Dexter Lumis caught him with an uppercut. And then we had at one point Lumis, he was under the ring. He was trying to hide from Johnny Gargano, or playing mind games with him. And so you had Indi Hartwell, Candice LeRae searching under the ring for him. And then like Johnny was too. He was asking Theory. He was also looking for Lumis. So yeah, Gargano, he was asking Theory, where is he? Where's Dexter Lumis? He was asking away, where's Dexter Lumis? And so Austin, he was like, oh, I know who he is. I know where he is. He's right behind you. And so Johnny, he was like, my God, this dude. And then he turned around and Dexter Lumis, he attacked him. And we had a Luthez press to Gargano. And he followed that up with a delayed vertical suplex. And, at one point, they were outside the ring. Well, Dexter Lumis, he was outside the ring. Referee was counting to 10. And so Johnny Gargano, he broke the count. The referee was at 9. And Johnny, he broke the count. So I thought that was a dumb move. He could have easily got the win with a count out. But yeah, he wanted to, I guess, put Dexter Lumis out or take him out. So yeah, I thought it was a dumb move, a really dumb move from Johnny. And then at one point we had Indi Hartwell. She was distracting Dexter Lumis by flirting with him. She was trying to flirt with Dexter Lumis. And then right after that, well, during that, we had Candice LeRae. She tried to hit a Hurricane Rana on Dexter Lumis right in front of the referee. She tried to hit a Hurricane Rana off that ring apron. And so Dexter Lumis caught her, and he just put her on the ring apron. He just placed her on the ring apron. And so Johnny Gargano, he came out of nowhere and ran and hit a sliding drop kick to Dexter Lumis through Candice LeRae's legs. And so, yeah. And then we had a tope suicida to Dexter Lumis. And then Johnny Gargano, he took control of the match. We had a corner clothesline. We had a corner clothesline followed up by a bulldog. And followed up by a slingshot suplex. Followed up by a belly-to-back suplex. And then he followed up with a leg drop. And Gargano, he kicked out of all that. And then we had Both of them, they were both reversing their submission moves. And then we had a spine buster to Gargano. He kicks out. We had a pop-up uppercut to Gargano. And then we had Johnny Gargano. He hit Dexter Lumis with a super kick. And Lumis kicked out. And then we had LeRae. Candice LeRae, she was distracting the referee. And you had Theory. He went over to the timekeeper's area and grabbed the chair. And so he gave the chair to Johnny. He tried to use the chair. And so Dexter Lumis, he stopped him. And then right after that, we had Johnny Gargano. He was faking an injury. And so yeah, Theory, he had a chair. He had a chair in his hand. And so Gargano, he was signaling Theory to, use the chair. Like, use the chair. Go ahead and use the chair. So yeah, he had a plan, and the plan didn't work out. And so yeah, Theory, he was taking his time. He was taking his precious time hitting Lumis with the chair. He had all the time to hit him with the chair, but he hesitated. And so Dexter Lumis, he saw him with the chair. And so Theory, he was trying to talk Dexter Lumis out of it. Like, talk himself out of a beating and everything. And then Johnny Gargano, he tried to attack Dexter Lumis from behind, and then he ended up running into Theory. So Theory is knocked off the top rope, off the ring apron rather. And so yeah, he bumped into Theory, and then Dexter Lumis, he locked in his submission move, the silence. And Johnny Gargano, he lost. He passed out. He did not tap out. He passed out. And so therefore, Dexter Lumis, he wins the match. And so yeah, I didn't like this. I didn't like the outcome of this match. Did not like the outcome of this match. I don't even know why they gave the match away. You could have easily said this for Takeover. I knew Dexter Lumis was a contender, a potential contender for the NXT North American Championship, but I don't understand why does the challenger need to beat the champion in order to get a championship match? Like, why is it that, yeah, Dexter Lumis, he gotten wins. Why is it that why is he not getting a championship match? Just announce him as Johnny Gargano's opponent at TakeOver or something like that. Why is it that champions need to lose? I said this time and time and again, and I'm going to say it again for another time. Champions should never lose. Champions should never lose. Never lose. The only time a champion should lose is in a title match. If they're gonna drop the title, that's the only time they should lose. They should never lose, no matter what. And so yeah, and Dexter Lumis is gonna get the title match. He's gonna get the NXT North American Championship title match. And at that point, nobody gonna go care no more. Nobody will not care. Nobody will care. Because you gave the match away already. And so yeah, did not like this. Did not like the outcome of this match. This match, you should have replaced it with another match. Could have replaced this match with another match. But this match did not need to happen. It did not need to happen on this show. And so yeah, that was it. That was it with the match. And so right after this, we had a video of William Regal. He was storming out of the Performance Center or the Capitol Wrestling Center, angry look on his face. He was looking for Santos Escobar, and so he was telling the people, hey, if you guys see Santos, just let me know. Just let me know if Santos get here, because remember, if Santos Escobar, William Regal said it weeks ago, if Santos Escobar if he did not show up, he would be stripped of his cruiserweight title, and so he was checking for Santos Escobar. And yeah, that match ended up happening later on that night. And so yeah, right after this, we had a video package. We had a video package of MSK. That's Nash Carter and Wes Lee. And so yeah, they were talking about their journey to NXT, and them winning the Dusty Classic. So this is what happened. This is what they had to say, or this is what happened in the video package and what they went through to get to where they were, to get to where they are now as the Dusty Tag Team Classic, Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic champions or winners.
It's the finals of the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Going through my mind for the match, I had like this weird calm open my body.
Yeah, it's good for you because I was nervous, dog. It was one of those moments where everything that you've ever done flashes in your head.
MSK started off as opponents and then ended up tag team partners and, of course, best friends outside the ring.
We've been struggling on the come up for years.
We're the same exact guys from Dayton, Ohio, scrapping and fighting for every single opportunity. But once we get it, we are not letting go.
The feeling of the 1, 2, 3 hit, you just see both of us burst into tears.
Let the emotions go, boys! You just made history!
Everything we've worked for finally paid off.
Something that we just wanted for so long. To be here and establish ourselves as a force in the tag team division.
The countless amounts of messages, people just so happy.
We went through a lot to get here. A whole lot.
So the reason why I got into wrestling is my dad. Watched it every single Monday night without fail. And when I was a freshman in high school, he passed away. It only really ignited my love for this business even more. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a sports entertainer. I'm going to be at WWE. And it's like the first time in a long time that I knew he had pride and that he loved me.
Nash Carter has a tattoo for his dad. It says legacy lives on. MSK's legacy just starting to be built. I don't think anyone will really understand what this means to me.
It was the best feeling of my life. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
The world will never forget it either because the names are etched forever in the history books. So it's beautiful, man.
It's only the beginning.
We've been hungry for so long. We just want to start and then
Until we're the best tag team in NXT. That's MSK.
all night.
And all day.
We hear from MSK next.
And so yeah, that was it with MSK and their journey to NXT and what they went through and all that. And so yeah, right after that we had McKenzie Mitchell. She tried to interview MSK, but they got attacked by the Grizzled Young Veterans, the runner-up of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The Grizzled Young Veterans, they attacked MSK backstage, and they ended up injuring Wes Lee's arm or his hands. So they put like the chair. They put a chair on his hand, and they stomped on a chair on his hand. So they injured his hand, quote unquote, injured his hand. And then we ended up finding out that they got fined, that the Grizzled Young Veterans got fined for what they did to MSK. And so yeah, that was it with that. And you know, MSK, they will be getting a title shot, an NXT Tag Team Championship match against the Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team titles. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna win the tag team titles. But one day they will be NXT Tag Team Champions. But they're not beating Lorcan and Burch. But yeah, that was it with that. And right after that, we had Malcolm Bivens. And you know, he called out. Well, he was talking trash to Leon Ruff about his match against Tyler Rust and stuff like that. And yeah, he was talking, saying, "Oh, Tyler Rust is gonna beat you. Tyler Rust is a diamond in a rust." And so yeah, it was supposed to be Tyler Rust versus Leon Ruff. And then when Leon Ruff he was making his entrance to the ring, Isaiah Swerve Scott, he came out of nowhere and just blasted Leon Ruff, beat the hell out of this guy. And so yeah, he beat him up, and he threw him on the edge of the ring, where the ring apron is. He threw him on the edge of the ring. And so yeah, Swerve, he was slapping Leon Ruff in the face, and that was it. That's all that happened. He beat him up. He beat him down. And so yeah, Swerve, he was tired. He was tired of getting passed up. He was getting tired of getting passed by. And so yeah, so it looks like they're gonna be having a feud, Leon Ruff and Swerve Scott and stuff like that. Swerve deserves so much better, man. I said this last week. He deserves so much better. Swerve does. Like, he needs to start winning his matches, dude. If he gonna be all serious and stuff like that, if he's gonna be a threat, you need to have him win. But he lost. He lost to Leon Ruff. He lost to Jake Atlas at one point. He lost to Bronson Reed. It's like every single time this guy's in a match, he lose. He lose all the time. So how am I supposed to take him seriously if he lose all the time? But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. And so yeah, right after that we had William Regal. He was backstage with Zoey Stark, and William Regal gave her an opportunity against Io Shirai, the NXT Women's Champion, in a non-title match. So yeah, it was gonna be Zoey Stark versus Io Shirai. And so yeah, Zoey Stark, I wouldn't have put in the match. I wouldn't have put in a match with Io Shirai. I would have a collect wins first, like get some more wins, and then put her in a match against Io Shirai. But yeah, she had a match last week and she won. But I wouldn't put her in our next match. I wouldn't put her in the ring with NXT with Io Shirai. I would not put her in the ring with Io Shirai. You gotta have Zoey Stark win week after week after week. And so yeah, she lost tonight. I mean on Wednesday night. And so yeah, McKenzie Mitchell, she was interviewing Zoey Stark. I barely heard what she said, but the power had went out. So they were having technical difficulties that night. So I really didn't hear what she said. But all I know is that she was ready. She was ready for Io Shirai. That's all I got from it. She was ready for Io Shirai. Now this is the biggest opportunity in her career. And so yeah, that was it. And right after that, we had a backstage segment with Cameron Grimes. And this is what happened. Watching $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase tapes.
You can dribble a basketball, okay? Virgil, give me the basketball. Now let me see. Can you dribble that basketball 10 times? Let me see you dribble a basketball 10 times.
I've seen enough. Time is money. Man, that Ted DiBiase, he's one smart guy. With enough money, you can humiliate anyone. And I got a whole lot of money. Hey, son. Cameron Grimes right here has something he wants you to try. You up for a challenge? Great. Take this basketball. All right, let me see what I got here for you. How's $1,000 for 10 dribbles with that old basketball there?
10 dribbles like $1 Million Man.
Yeah, you think you can do it? 10 dribbles?
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I didn't think he was actually going to be able to do it.
That's why the $1 Million Man picks the ball up.
I should have watched the rest of that video. That Ted DiBiase, he thinks he's smarter than Cameron Grimes. This ain't over yet. This ain't over.
And that was it. That was it with Cameron Grimes. I don't know what they doing with Cameron Grimes, but he acting like the $1 Million Man. He's a $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase 2.0. I don't know what he's doing, but I guess we'll wait and see. Wait and see what they doing with him. But yeah, he did not watch the rest of that tape of the $1 Million Man stuff when he had the kid dribble the ball 10 times, and before the kid got to 10, Ted DiBiase, he kicked the ball away from the little kid, so the kid didn't even get the amount of money that Ted DiBiase offered him. And so yeah, Cameron Grimes, he tried to pull that off the entire night. And so yeah. And right after that, we had a match with Io Shirai. It was Zoey Stark versus Io Shirai, the NXT Women's Champion. And we had an octopus stretch. We had an octopus stretch submission move to Stark, and Stark, she escaped it. We had a sit-in drop kick to Stark. So Io Shirai, she had a drop kick on Stark while Stark was sitting down. And we had Io Shirai, she tried to go for the 619, and then Stark, she blocked it, and she kicked Io Shirai out of the ring. And so yeah, Stark, she tried to go for a tope. I think it was a tope suicida, but Io, she blocked it, she blocked it with a drop kick. And so Io, she tried to go, she was going to the top rope to try to hit a high flying move, probably the moonsault. And then Stark, she knocked her off the top rope. And so they were going back and forth. We had Stark, she was kicking Io Shirai over and over again. And we had Io Shirai, she locked in a submission move, the crossface to Stark, and Stark, she got out of it. And we had a sliding knee to Shirai, she kicked out. And at one point, they both gave each other a double crossbody, so they're both knocked out. And we had a half and half suplex to Shirai, and she kicked out. And then Io Shirai, she hit the 619 or the Tiger Feint kick, whatever you want to call it. And then we had Io Shirai, she hit a missile drop kick to Stark. And then she hit a hurricanrana, a top rope hurricanrana to Stark. And then we had Io Shirai, she hit a double underhook backbreaker. And then Stark, she kicked out of that. And we had a German suplex to Shirai, she kicked out. And then at one point, Io Shirai, she threw Stark to the bottom turnbuckle. So Stark, she hit the bottom turnbuckle. And then Io Shirai, she went for her double knees in a corner. And then she followed that up with her moonsault finishing move to Stark to win the match. So Io Shirai, she wins the match. And right after that, Io Shirai and Zoey Stark, they were embracing each other. And so right after that, we had Toni Storm. Former NXT United Kingdom Women's Champion. She interrupted Io Shirai. And so she had something she wanted to say.
Look at you, willing to fight literally anyone in this division besides me. But I'm no Zoey Stark or whatever. No, I'm Toni Storm, and last week I kicked your head off and you didn't do a damn thing about it. There's a reason why you pinned Mercedes at TakeOver and not me, and it's because you can't beat me. I will fight you anytime, any place, anywhere. Will you though? Will you? Because if you thought that you could beat me one-on-one, surely by now you would have gone to Mr. Regal and you would have asked for a match. But you haven't done that, no, because you're scared. You know it. I know it. But please, please prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Go find Regal. Make the match happen.
And so that was it. Toni Storm, she won a title match. She won an NXT Women's Championship match against Io Shirai. Whenever that would be. Probably at a TakeOver. Or no, it's not a TakeOver. They announced it in 2 weeks, I think they said. 2 weeks, I think they said that it's gonna be a title match against Io and Toni Storm. And so that should be a good match. Good match. And so right after that we had The Way. We had McKenzie Mitchell. She tried to interview The Way, Johnny Gargano, NXT North American Champion, Candice LeRae, Austin Theory, and Indi Hartwell. And so this is what happened in the interview.
The Way, Johnny, can I get a moment of your time? I just wanted to get your thoughts on what just happened.
McKenzie, we're trying to leave before that psycho comes back for us. All you had to do was hit Lumis with the chair. Why was that so hard?
I know you wanted to beat Dexter, but a chair is so unnecessary. It is. And honestly, he didn't deserve that. He's just a misunderstood
Got
guy.
kidnapped by this.
He kidnapped you, dude. He kidnapped you. He chloroformed you, put you in a white van, and guess what? You're not the first person he's done this to. He's done this numerous times. He is not misunderstood. He is a psychopath. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. No. Candice, back me up.
He should be in jail. You realize that, right?
Thank
He
you.
should be in jail.
Thank you. Indi, tell him.
Actually, I think he's kind of hot.
What?
What the?
Oh,
What the hell?
she about to say
are you
what the.
talking about? What the hell is going on here? What is happening?
You know, I'm not gonna let your weird, whatever that was, and your Stockholm syndrome get me down. You know what? We're gonna fix this, okay? We're gonna fix this. You're going to therapy. What's that about? You are going to therapy. I don't want to hear another word. It's happening. Let's get out of here. Go this way.
Go. Don't be
Watch.
patient again. Go.
Watch.
Go.
Go.
And that was it with that. And yeah, so yeah, Indi Hartwell, she likes Dexter Lumis. She have a crush on him. And Austin Theory thinks that Dexter Lumis is misunderstood. And so yeah, Austin Theory needs to go to therapy because he's not thinking right. He's not thinking right. And so yeah, right after this we had Cameron Grimes trying to continue to do the $1 Million Man trick with the 10 dribbles of the basketball. And this is what happened. And they were outside.
I got it figured out now. I watched the whole video.
And this time he watched the whole video.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Grimes here, but you may know me for my money. You know what I call that? A salad. Toss greens. You know, I was actually here because I'm doing a little bit of a challenge. I was looking for some people. Probably not going to be you. Little lady.
Yeah,
I'm here
2
just to
women
talk to you,
and a
Cameron
guy.
Grimes. You bounce this basketball right here 10 times, and Cameron Grimes is going to give you $1,000 of his own money. What do you think about that?
10 dribbles?
10 dribbles for $1,000 of my own money.
Like that $1 Million Man thing that happened back in the day?
Yeah.
It's just 10 dribbles, okay? You just got to bounce the ball for 10 times. It's not rocket science, okay? I mean, you know, I was going to ask her, hey, do you want to do this? Because I don't think you want to do it.
Interesting.
And the lady that he asked is really tall, freakishly tall, taller than Grimes.
You know, it really doesn't matter the fact that you're pretty tall, because you still got to dribble that ball. 10 dribbles for $1,000. I don't think she's going to be able to do it. Let's see what you got, honey. 1,
And she dribbled
2,
it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And he tried to kick it, and he missed. And she ended up
Money, honey.
crossing him with the basketball.
Thank you.
You know, the crossover when you dribble the basketball.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
That Ted DiBiase. You ain't smarter than Cameron Grimes. Ted DiBiase, this ain't over. This ain't over.
And so that was it with that. What? Is he trying to get a match with Ted DiBiase? The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase? That's what he want. He want a match with Ted DiBiase. But yeah, that was it with Cameron Grimes. He tried to do the same trick, but this time he did it try to do it to a woman that was really tall, and she was dribbling the ball. She was dribbling the ball, and she ended up dribbling it like the crossover dribble. And you know, right after Cameron Grimes, he tried to kick it. And so yeah, that was it with that. And right after this, we had a match. It was from the women. It was Kacy Catanzaro with Kayden Carter in our corner versus Xia Li with Boa and Mai Ying, that lady, that mystery lady, who she's Mai Ying now, that has the mask over her face and the face painting, that sits in that chair. And so yeah, they were with Xia Li. And so yeah, we had Li. I said this time and time again, I love Li's entrance. I love Xia Li's entrance. I love the music. I love the whole entire entrance. I love the ring attire, her hair. I love everything about Xia Li right now. That heel turn, man, heel turn was the best thing that happened to her. And so yeah, we had Li. She tried to attack. She tried to go after Catanzaro. She tried to blindside her, but Catanzaro, she saw it coming. And so yeah, we had a snap suplex to Catanzaro. She kicked out. And then we had Xia Li. She hit a kick. She kicked Kacy Catanzaro in the stomach. And we had Catanzaro. She tried to fight back. She had a front flip leg drop to Xia Li. And then she kicked out of that. And then we had Li They were fighting outside the ring. And we had Lee. She threw Kacy Catanzaro into the plexiglass that they have in the crowd. And then we had, you know, the focus of the match, or I think the ending. It was the ending of the match. We had Kacy Catanzaro. She had a leg. She had a leg draped on the steel steps. And so we had Xia Li. She came over and she stomped on Kacy Catanzaro's leg. So she snapped her leg by stomping on her leg. And so yeah, Kacy Catanzaro, she, her leg is broken, quote unquote, her leg is broken. And then yeah, so Kacy Catanzaro, she was screaming, she was yelling, because her leg got snapped. And so Xia Li, she tried to take it back into the ring. The referee was saying, take it in the ring, take it in the ring. And then I was like, Xia Li, she is trying to take it in the ring. And so she grabbed Kacy Catanzaro by the hair and just dragged her into the ring. And then, the referee was checking on Kacy. And so Kacy couldn't continue the match. And so the referee rung the bell. And so the referee rung the bell because Kacy couldn't continue. So therefore, Xia Li, she wins the match by a referee stoppage. And then, right after the match, we had the referees and the doctors. They were trying to help Kacy Catanzaro up. And then we had Kayden Carter. She tried to, she was getting in Xia Li's face. She tried to beat up Xia Li. And, referees were holding her back and stuff like that. And then Kayden Carter, she got out of the ring. And then she tried to get into Mei Ying's face. And so Boa had blocked her. Boa blocked her from trying to get to Mei Ying. And so Kayden Carter, she was like, Boa, get out of my way. Like, dude, get out of my way right now. Don't make me hurt you. Get out of my way. And so Boa, he just stayed there. He didn't move. And so, yeah. They were in the ring. Xia Li was in the ring. Kacy was in the ring. And so when the referees helped Kacy up, Xia Li just kicked Kacy Catanzaro right in the face, square in the face. And so, yeah. And then Kayden Carter, she saw it and she ran. She ran after Xia Li. So Xia Li, she ran away. She got out of the ring. And that was it. That was it with that. And Xia Li, after that, she said that Kayden Carter was next. Like, what happened to Kacy is the same thing is going to happen to you. And so that was it. I loved it. I love Xia Li, man. I'm telling you. And so, right after that, we had William Regal again, still looking for Santos Escobar. Still checking, going outside, seeing if Santos Escobar came yet. And so, Escobar was not there. And so, right after this, we had another Cameron Grimes skit, whatever you want to call it. Another Cameron Grimes $1 Million Man gimmick stuff. And so, he tried to get it on one guy, on another guy. So this is what happened.
This ain't over here. You'll get one over on Cameron Grimes. I'll kick you.
Hey, you! Get over here! I got a challenge for you. Take that.
And it's dark outside.
Super easy, I promise. You dribble that ball 10 times, and I give you 1,000 of my own money. What do you say?
You mean like that Ted DiBiase thing from
Yes, like the Ted DiBiase thing. You dribble the ball, I give you money. Why is it so difficult? Are you gonna do it or what?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, punched the guy in his face.
You're not gonna get the best of Cameron Grimes. I don't care who you are. Ted DiBiase, kiss my grits. Money can buy happiness. Yeah.
He ended up throwing the money anyway. So I don't know what Cameron Grimes accomplished. Obviously Ted DiBiase didn't punch the kid. But Cameron Grimes, he did his own thing. He punched the guy in his face before he could dribble the ball. And so, and then right after that, he was celebrating and stuff. He ended up throwing his money in the air anyway. So when the guy wake up from this, the guy gonna end up collecting the money anyway. So I don't know what he accomplished by doing that. But that was it. Still don't know what they're doing with Cameron Grimes. I guess we'll find out next week or the week after that. And so right after this, we had a tag team match. It was Killian Dain and Drake Maverick versus the Grizzled young veterans. That's Zack Gibson and James Drake. And so we had a drop kick to Drake from Dain, and then Dain he used Drake Maverick as a weapon to take out James Drake, that is, not Drake Maverick. And then we had Dain, he threw Maverick over the top rope onto the Grizzled Young Veterans. And then Dain, he attacked GYV with clotheslines and suplexes and stuff. And we had a double fallaway slam to the Grizzled Young Veterans from Dain. And then we had Dain, he had his running senton bomb to James Drake. And then we had Dain, he had a double suplex to the Grizzled Young Veterans. And we had drop kicks to Drake from Maverick. That's weird. Drop kicks to Drake from Maverick, like he drop kicked himself. No, a drop kick to Drake Maverick. A drop kick to James Drake from Drake Maverick. And then we had an assisted flatliner to Drake Maverick from Zack Gibson. And we had James Drake, he had a tope suicida to Killian Dain. And we had a bulldog to Gibson from Maverick. And then we had the Grizzled Young Veterans, they knocked Maverick off the top rope because Maverick, he was going for a high-flying move. They knocked him off the top rope. And we had the Grizzled Young Veterans, they hit they finishing move, they tag team finishing move, the ticket to Mayhem, which I love, to Drake Maverick to win the match. So the Grizzled Young Veterans, they win the match, and that was it. Really wasn't much to this tag team match. But yeah, Grizzled Young Veterans, they are my favorite team in NXT. And so yeah, right after this, we had a backstage segment with, it was Killian Dain and Drake Maverick. They were backstage and they were trying to recover after the loss to the Grizzled Young Veterans, and this is what happened.
Killian,
He was carrying Drake Maverick, like literally carrying him. Yeah, Imperium interrupted. Oh, Alexander Wolf.
Was ist das? You used to be a monster.
me a doctor.
And that was it from Drake Maverick and Killian Dain. Killian Dain was literally carrying him backstage, like Killian Dain carried this tag team. And so yeah, Imperium, they interrupted. Alexander Wolf, he the only one that interrupted Killian Dain. So yeah, Killian Dain and Alexander Wolf in the same room. That was good to see, because they used to be in Sanity together. When Eric Young was there, Eric Young was the leader of Sanity. It was Eric Young, Nikki Cross, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dain. And so yeah, it was kind of like a reunion to them because Sanity. So yeah, I thought that was cool. But yeah, and so yeah, right after this we had a no disqualification match, and it was Santos Escobar, who was the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett in his corner. So yeah, in the beginning of the match we had Kross theme music play. You had Scarlett out there, and Kross's music was playing and stuff like that. And so yeah, Legado del Fantasma, they were already outside and stuff like that. And so Kross, he wasn't at the ring. He wasn't at ringside. He was outside. And so he attacked Legado del Fantasma. He attacked Wilde and Mendoza. And he got his hands on Escobar. And so they were going back and forth, fighting outside. They were not wearing their wrestling gear. Santos Escobar, he was in a jumpsuit. And Kross, he was wearing some jeans. Some black pants. And so yeah, they were fighting outside, and at one point they were fighting near a truck. And so they were in the back of a truck, on the back of a truck. And then we had Santos Escobar, he slammed the truck door on Kross's shoulder. And so yeah, and the shoulder was a target in this match. And so we had, Kross, he ended up fighting back. And then Escobar, at one point, he locked himself in the truck. So he was trying to run away from Karrion Kross, and he locked himself in the truck. And so Karrion Kross, he grabbed a pickaxe. A pickaxe. He grabbed a pickaxe, and he started hitting the truck with it. And then we had, Wilde and Mendoza. They were trying to attack Karrion Kross, and then Kross ended up taking them out. And then we had Escobar. He came out with a trash can and he hit Kross with a trash can. And then we had Legado del Fantasma, triple team Kross. So, and then we had Kross. You know, they were fighting back into the ring. They were fighting back ringside, and so Kross, he threw Mendoza and Wild through the plexiglass that's in the crowd. And then, you know, he hit a big boot on Escobar. He kicked out of that. And then, you know, Legado del Fantasma, they were continuing to get involved in this match. And remember, it's a no disqualification match, so anything goes. So they can get involved. And so, yeah, Wild and Mendoza, it kept going at the Kross. And then Kross continues to fight back. And, you know, Escobar, he used a chair on Kross's arm. So, the arm was the target of the match. So he kept going after the arm. And he used the chair on his arm. He had a DDT on Kross on the chair. And then Kross again fighting off Wild and Mendoza. And then we had Santos Escobar. He had a beautiful tope suicida on Kross. And we had a overhead suplex to Escobar from Kross. And then he took out Mendoza and Wild. He took out Mendoza first with that suplex, that same overhead suplex on the ground, on the outside floor. And then he hit a powerbomb on Wild into the plexiglass. The plexiglass didn't break. So, yeah, he hit him with a powerbomb on the plexiglass. And then we had Kross. He hit a Saito suplex to Escobar through the announce table. And then he hit another Saito suplex to Escobar in the ring. And he followed that up with his finishing move, that running forearm to the back of the head. So he hit Escobar with a forearm to the back of the head to win the match. So that was it. Karrion Kross, he wins the match. And that was it. You know, great. It was still a great match. Still a great match. But this, like, the match never should have happened. The match never should have happened. Because, you know, like, it's like Escobar, he could not lose. He could not lose because he's the Cruiserweight champion. And champions should always win. And so at the start, I knew Escobar was going to lose. But, yeah, Escobar, he did look strong. He did look strong in his match. He had his guys going after Kross. Wild and Mendoza kept going after Kross the entire time. And another thing, yeah, it was a heel versus heel match. Normally, it don't work. And so you can't fight evil with evil. You can't fight good guy versus good guy. It's all about good versus evil in wrestling matches. And so Kross was the babyface in this match. And Escobar was the heel. Escobar was the heel because he got his cronies to attack, you know, Kross the entire time. So that's a heel move. When you got your goons going after somebody, that's a heel move. So Escobar was the heel in this match. And Scarlett did not get involved. Scarlett could have easily got involved in this match, but she didn't. She did not get involved. But yeah, that was it, man. Kross, he's going after that NXT title. Kross is going after the NXT title. He's going after Finn Balor, and he will win the title from Finn Balor. But yeah, that was it. That was it with the match. I would have never. This match never should have happened, but it was still a good match. You know, both guys still look good. And, you know, somebody had to lose. Somebody had to lose, and that guy was Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar had to lose. You know, because there was no way that Kross was going to lose. No way. And so, yeah, that was it. That was it with that. And so, right after this, we had LA Knight, the former Eli Drake. He had something he wanted to say. He's talking about his quest to the NXT Championship, or the NXT North American Championship. And so this is what Mr. LA Knight had to say about this. He was in his car and he was recording himself.
To you, the one question burning in everyone's mind since TakeOver is, man, when's LA Knight gonna debut? Let me put it to you like this. If you recall the one thing that I asked that night, I said, whose game is it? I said it's my game. And what that means is when I debut, it's going to be on my time, on my terms, and it's going to be done my way. So what that means is I could debut next week, the week after that, I could debut 3 months from now, and it really doesn't make a damn bit of difference because at the end of the day, every single one of your favorite NXT superstars, every one of them holds a golden ticket, a first-class ticket to getting stomped out by L.A. Knight. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
That was it. That was it from LA Knight. Dude, I'm still not a fan. I am not a fan of that name, LA Knight. What kind of name is that? How are you? How is this guy gonna get over with a name like that? Eli Drake. Eli Drake is a better name than LA Knight, bro. I just can't get behind the name. It's just the name sounds so stupid, man. It really does. What is a LA Knight? What is a LA Knight, and what does the LA in his name stands for? Los Angeles? I don't like what does it stand for? But yeah, that was it with LA Knight. And so yeah, don't know when he's gonna make his debut, but he's coming soon. And so yeah, right after this was Adam Cole, baby. He had to explain himself. He explained himself on what, why did he do what he did? Why did he did what he did to Kyle O'Reilly and breaking up the Undisputed Era? And so this is what Cole had to say about it. Okay, hold on. Before that, let's talk about next week's show. So for next week's show, they really didn't have anything. So next week's show is gonna be for the women's tag team championships. It's gonna be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who are the women's tag team champions, versus the Dusty Rhodes, the first ever women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, for the women's tag team championships. I want Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to win. I want them to win, but I don't think they'll win. But I want Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to win, because those women's titles deserve to be in NXT. They need to stay in NXT permanently, because they have legit teams down there that can vie for those titles. But on Raw and SmackDown, they don't have no teams. No teams. Just makeshift teams. Makeup teams. And so, and also in 2 weeks is going to be Io Shirai, the NXT Women's Champion, versus Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship in 2 weeks. And so, yeah, that was it. And so, yeah, right after this was Adam Cole. He had something he wanted to say. Well, he had to explain himself on why he did what he did, breaking up the Undisputed Era and stuff like that. Tarnishing his friendship with Kyle O'Reilly. And so, yeah, let's see.
His former friend, his former brother, and then more damage done to Kyle O'Reilly. And as we learned earlier tonight, Kyle O'Reilly not medically cleared due to herniated discs in his neck. Swelling hopefully will go down. Estimated return for several weeks to come. But as you can see, Adam Cole taking a look at what he did last week. That's because of you, Adam Cole. I had every intention of coming out here tonight and explaining why I did what I did to Kyle, but God, man, after watching that footage, I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah, because everybody knows that the NXT Championship is very important to me, especially the guys in the Undisputed Era. But I do not like the guy that I've become these past few weeks. Because at first I was pissed off. I was pissed that Kyle got opportunity after opportunity at the NXT Championship, and he continued to fail. But that does not excuse my actions. And after watching that footage, I am ashamed of myself. Kyle, I know you're sitting at home right now and you're watching this. And I wish so badly that we could be having this conversation face to face, man to man, but we can't. and we can't because of me. Kyle, you know me better than anybody in the world, and you know that I hate to admit when I'm wrong, and I'm telling you right now, I was dead wrong. Because Kyle, you should be in this ring. Right here, right now, you should be in this ring. But instead, I made a stupid mistake, and I hate myself for it. Kyle, I am so sorry. And I'm going to do everything in my power to fix this, but if I can't, damn it, I'm going to try.
Wow, Adam.
Roddy.
Really?
Roderick Strong interrupts.
Now you feel bad? Now? For the past 10 days, you didn't feel bad for not letting me know what the hell was going on? For what you did to Kyle? For what you did to us? Adam, everything's changed now. This whole thing, this undisputed era, this was built on trust, love, a brotherhood. We would do whatever it took to have each other's back, no matter what it was. And just like that, you shattered that trust. Now, Adam, I need you to look at me, and I need you to understand this. Kyle is gonna heal. You know Kyle. But when Kyle heals, I don't know if I can save you from what he's gonna do to you.
Oh, Finn Balor. Finn Balor came out. I don't know why they need to come out to their entrance music. Just come out to the ring. With no theme music. Just come out to the ring. You know, Roddy didn't come out to the Undisputed Era theme song. Finn Balor, he attacks Adam Cole. Oh yeah, Roddy, he went after Finn Balor because Balor had shoved Roderick Strong in the face, like pushing him out of the way. So Balor, he's taking out Roddy outside the ring. And Cole took out Finn Balor outside the ring. Super kick to Balor. And so Roddy took out Strong. Roddy took out Cole with a punch. So he punched Adam Cole right in the face. Adam Cole trying to apologize. Adam Cole crying. And they hug. They hug, and then Cole was on the ground. They were hugging, shook each other's hand. And a low blow to Roddy. So Adam Cole hit a low blow on Roderick Strong. Saying that Roderick Strong was stupid. He ripped off the chain, the Undisputed Era chain. And then super kick. And that was it. That was it from Yep, that was it. You know, Adam Cole, the Undisputed Era is officially dead. You know, Undisputed Era was my favorite group in NXT, and they disbanded. But yeah, that was it with NXT. You know, the one thing I didn't like about this was the fact that Adam Cole, when he came out to the ring to his music, he got booed. He got booed by the crowd. Adam Cole was the heel. He was a heel the entire time he was in NXT. I ain't never in my life heard this guy got booed by anybody. The way that he got booed, this guy was showered with boos. But yeah, no Adam Cole babies and no booms and all that stuff. So yeah, that was it. And another thing I didn't like, why is it that Finn Balor need to come out to his theme music? Why is it that so many of these people, like if somebody cutting a promo and somebody interrupt with their music, just come out to the ring. Come out to the freaking ring. Like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's just so dumb. It's dumb when people come out to their music to interrupt. Like, the only time you should be coming out to your theme music is when you're having a match. That's the only reason on why you should come out to your music. But yeah, that was it. That was it with NXT. It wasn't all that good. It was not a good show. But next week it should be a better show. Should be a better show next week. But this edition of NXT, it was not good. But anyway, that's it with the review. And if you like this video, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you hit that bell for all notifications. You'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. So make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss out. I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. Comment down below. Tell me how you felt about this episode of NXT. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across. And yeah. And I'll see you guys on either Sunday or Monday with my Pro Wrestling Crate. My Pro Wrestling Crate is finally here. You know, it took time because of the winter storm that was going on last week and stuff like that, or weeks ago. So the Pro Wrestling Crate is finally here. So that video will be out either on Sunday or Monday. But yeah, that's it. That's it with the review. And yeah. And once again, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for the support for the show. Thank you for the love and the support for the show. And yeah, take care. Stay safe. And once again, if you guys missed the last week review of NXT, the video is gonna be right up here. Of last week's review of NXT, it's gonna be right up here. So yeah, stay safe. Take care. Stay safe. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. And that's that.